we're back here with Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. This time, I just gotta get the thing into full screen, please. Nope, this is not good. That's a little better. Oh, that's sick. It's like a remix of Paul of Justice's theme. Unless this is a theme from Spirit of Justice, and I just don't know yet. Oh, cool. You can change the voice shoutouts to be a different language. God, look at all the effects going on in this. This is such a big thing. Sorry, not this one. I want... Almost there. Spirit of Justice, there we go. But wait, what's this fourth thing? Oh, museum. Oh, spoilers, no, I don't want. Okay. We, my friends, are starting Spirit of Justice today, and I could not be even close to being more excited. Oh my god, there's all kinds of stuff going on here. I feel like this is spoilers. Hang on, maybe we just go to costumes so that we don't see any of that. I can get the LT Grey costume? I'm so excited to start this. Oh no, there's a très bien costume for Athena. Wait, do we have it? No, I don't want it. Oh, we have all these. I thought they would be, like, unlockable. Oh god, no, I couldn't. I'm so freaking thrilled! We only beat Dual Destinies in November of last year, so it was only like 2 or 3 months ago, but I've already feel like I've been away too long. Also, it bears noting, when I booted up the game, there was a little note that said something like, the games are as they were released initially for the purpose of preservation. I don't know if they're trying to say they didn't change something that was problematic. I don't really know what they meant about that at all, but I've got some notes, friends! Oh yes, indeedly. We have notes on episode 1! That's how much I'm excited for this. The first note just says Maya with 3 hearts. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. The second one says mixed. I can't read it. Oh, sorry. I missed our 3 Dual Destinies heroes. Yes, of course I did. I'm very, very thrilled to see how this they shape up in this game, because last game was, I think, perhaps one of the most ambitious plots Dual Destinies had, but also one of the most ambitious of storytelling, I think, perhaps, in the series we'd seen so far. And it landed about like 80% of it for me, so I'm pretty thrilled to see where it goes from here and how they up the stakes and everything. I'm just dang excited, man. And of course, as you can see, we're playing on the collection version this time because it came out just in friggin' time, like a week ago, for us to start this game. So no more fussing around with an Android emulator to play this, which is nice. And I feel like I've got a lot to prove with this game because the only other 2 I've played on the channel are Apollo Justice and Dual Destinies, and I would not say I was at my best gameplay-wise or emotionally-wise throughout those 2 games. And this is the only mainline Ace Attorney left that I have yet to play on the channel that'll be a first-time playthrough. So I have to be on my friggin' A game, because you can only play these games once. Some part of you will always remember the answer, even if you forget. All that to say, I'm going to take my time, I'm going to think through things, and I'm not just going to angrily blurt out the first thing that comes to my head and then blame the game when it's wrong. Last 2 notes. I hope that Trucy's theme, because I assume she's in the game still. I assume she didn't die in between the last game and now. I hope they bring back the little, those little synth notes that like bounce between your ears that go do 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 do. They better bring those back. I was very, very furious and disappointed when they were not present in Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. And the final thing is, I hope that the Happy People theme returns, because it's my favorite Ace Attorney song, period, and I've heard some people claim that this is the best Ace Attorney game out there, and it just can't be without Maya and without the Happy People song. That just isn't right. So Maya better be there a lot, and Happy People better be there a lot, and those are my 2 stipulations for what must happen for this to be a good game. But I'm so dang excited because, like I said, a lot of people have say that this is the best game in the series. Even people who don't agree on whether the series was better with Shu Takumi as the director or Yamazaki, who's given name we don't remember. There's a lot of debate over that, but there's basically next to no debate over whether the Spirit of Justice is a good game. I'm expecting, since at the end of Dual Destinies we had Pearl and Edgeworth return and Maya was referenced, and there was a lot of like, that kind of like, okay, now that we've introduced Apollo and Athena, let's kind of get back to ground zero and sort of what made Ace Attorney 1 really, satisfying and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if in this game we see a lot of old faces from the first 3 games, and perhaps even from 4 and 5 as well. And why the hell am I any more of this ado? Let's no more adoing and do it! Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, Spirit of Justice. You say Phoenix Wright first, but who cares? Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. First case, it's the opening now. It's a big village.
The western edge of the Far East.
Oh, yes. Please say I'm recording. Yes.
Lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery. The kingdom of Khura'In.
Oh, does it? Is this like a stage play or something?
But now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole.
Things are happening in this game a lot, my friends.
Revolt and revolution.
Lead to police brutality.
Furthest things from my mind when I first arrived in this land.
Wait, you're actually for reals here? I thought this was like a joke because of Khura'In village. It was spelled a little different also. Or is this whole thing a joke about how Khura'In village was localized as just like some weird little village in America as opposed to being Japan, hence the Far East joke, or Far East line. Here in Khura'In, death is not the end. Even after death, the soul lives on in the Twilight Realm. I can't tell how much of this looks cool because it's the remake and how much because it's just what Spirit of Justice looked like. And priestesses can commune with the spirits of the dead. Fear not death. In the name of the Holy Mother. Amy or something. Fear only the impurities of your soul. Ow! They're feeling pretty impure right about now. Stained with red everywhere. Oh my. Oh my, we got like the 3D cutscenes and such. Oh, and the tension theme, here we go. This blight on my soul. I'll have the child take the blame. Why is this the plan of like every Ace Attorney villain? Why can't you just frame an adult? April 23, 4:26 p.m. Kingdom of Khura'In. Yahoo! Sick old history button here. Options. Oh god, I have to be careful not to hit F for autoplay. Can I like disable that as a hotkey? Can I just like map it to something really obnoxious like P that I'll never use? Okay, there we go. Then I'm less likely to hit it now. Yes, please. Oh, I'd like to turn consultation off, please. I didn't use it much in Dual Destinies, and I'd rather not. Oh, I guess it maybe also it looks a little better to me because it's playing in proper 4K now, and I don't know that the emulator, the Android emulator we were playing, actually did play in 4K. Like I don't know if the mobile version was handled to do that. Prepared to do that, I should say. Handled to do that doesn't mean anything. And again, I mean, I don't know, phones are pretty advanced these days. Just gonna make absolute sure that this is recording right. Okay, let's do this. What are we doing here, Phoenix? And, yeah, really, what are we doing here? Oh, I'm finally here. So this is the Kingdom of Khura'In, huh? What a long trip. I wonder how many hours I was in the air. You didn't look that up beforehand? Well, he's not a computer savvy dude, I guess. I would not have gone on a plane without knowing how many hours I'd be there. But just look at this place. Then again, it is Phoenix, so he has a tendency to not be very prepared for where he's going and what he's doing before he's there. This individual is sticking out from the crowd a whole bunch. Ack! Who? From where? Ack! No! Ah, my eyes, please! Get a load. Oh, it's Phoenix. Get a load of the street. It really feels like I'm in another world here. I know what you mean. Please don't tell me we're going up there. And that gorgeous temple. I read that that's the center of town. I half expected that kid to be like in front of him when he looked back down. Wow! An ox right in the middle of the street. I'll have to get a picture of that. Excuse me, sir. What kind of bird that is? I've never seen anything like it. It's quite a crest it has on its head. Excuse me, sir. What? Oh, yes? Pardon me, but are you Mr. Wright? Yes, that's right. Oops. Hope he hasn't been trying to get my attention all this time. Wait a minute, are you... That's right. I'll be your guide. I'll be your guide at your service. I'm a monk in training at the temple, and I'll be your guide around town. It's very nice to meet you. Happy Rocky! Happy Rocky. Sorry, okay, I got I'll be your guide and I got temple. But what's it? Happy arrival? No, can't be. Happy what now? Happy Rocky. That's how we greet people here in Khura'In. It's like, hello or how do you do. It's a pretty handy expression to know. Oh, okay, let me give it a try. Hello, I'm Phoenix Wright. Happy Rocky. Good job. Good try. My name is Phoenix Wright. I run a small law office. Well, that's what I do back home anyway. Right now, I'm just a traveler. Stranger in a strange land. Me too, Phoenix! I know exactly how you feel. Nice hair. Welcome to our country. Welcome to the Kingdom of Khura'In, land of spirit mediums and mystery. How can it be a land of mystery if you live here? This is for you! To celebrate your arrival! It's like a Magatama cake. Speaking of mystery, what is this mysterious green lump exactly? Allow me to explain. This is a famous Khura'Inese sweet bun. It's called a magataman, or soul bun. It's shaped like a magatama. It's so yummy, it'll send your soul right to the Twilight Realm. That doesn't exactly make me eager to try it. Thanks. I think I'll indulge later. I mean, it's on a plate. What, are you just gonna carry it around? That'll be 20 damas. Thank you for your patronage. I have to pay? I always have plenty of those on hand, so just let me know if you ever want more. Yes, sir. Oh boy, I guess you got plenty on hand. No wonder his bag looks so heavy. It's stuffed with all the tools of his trade. Oops, I almost forgot to tell you something really important. It's about, Miss Maya. She can't come see you for a few days yet. Yeah, when I called her from the airport, she said she was still training up in the mountains. Figured this had something to do with her. Oh no, is she gonna be suspected of murder again? That would just be the proper thing to do, replaying all the hits. In Spirit of Justice, our 6th game here. I told her I'd wait for her here. Either way, I was glad to hear she's in good spirits. We got jokes. Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium who used to work as my assistant. Used to, oh? Oh, right, well, I guess that went away when you got disbarred, and then she just hasn't been back since. It's Maya Fey! It's Maya Fey! Oh, I'm so excited! I came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her aesthetic? Excuse me? Training with her. Oh, she's finally gonna be like a proper, like the master of the technique and everything. This is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you, okay? You got it, sir. Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all. I was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands. Haha, shucks. She said that? That sure was nice of her. I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit, too. If there's one person Maya was worried about, it's me. Because we both know trouble likes to follow you wherever you go, she said. That girl worries too much. I don't know. I'm worried. But you sure came early to the party, Mr. Wright, sir. I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks. I hate to admit it, but I came early because I was worried about her, too. Oh, well, you know. I thought I'd get in a little sightseeing first. Oh, sightseeing? Well, I'm your man for that. I'll show you all the best sights this country has to offer. Can't help but notice we don't have a court record yet. I mean, I guess Venus isn't expecting a trial, but usually you have at least a list of yourself and your badge. Thanks. That would be great. I guess Albie takes his job very seriously. Well, what are we waiting for? Those sights are going to see themselves. Max, you don't have to shove. First stop, Temple, right there in the center of town. There's something I really want to show you. Didn't you say that was where Maya was? As though, like, we wouldn't be able to see her for 2 weeks till she was done there, like I shouldn't be setting foot there while there's training going on? That is one polished friggin' floor. Oh, it's water. I thought the tiles were just really sparkly. April 23rd, 4:45 p.m., Temple Plaza. Wow, it's even more impressive up close. Allow me to explain. This is the heart of our town, Temple. It was created by the founder of the Khura'Inism, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right here at this temple to be a monk someday. I read that the people of this country are all adherents of Khura'Inism. According to my guidebook, it's a religion in which ancestral spirits are venerated. The Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could commune with our ancestors' souls. Oh, this is already so exciting. This is like the first Ace Attorney where we've been, like, out somewhere before the first trial. Basically, am I wrong, or have the first 5 all started in the courthouse? Like, moments before the first trial. So Khura'In Village was just one little branch of this whole thing. So if Maya's becoming the master of the Khura'In technique in America, does that mean that she's not actually terribly high-ranking or whatever over here? Or is she the master of, like, all of Khura'In land? And spirit mediums become queen to this day, direct descendants of the Holy Mother. Oh, wow. I don't like the sound of that. Usually, when anything has to do with, like, bloodlines and stuff, it immediately becomes murder plots and schemes. A spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power and influence. The main thing you'll want to see... Does that mean Maya gets to be queen? She was born for that role! The main thing you'll want to see when you come to Temple is the Dance of Devotion Rite. The Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This dance, along with the Song of Ceremony, is performed in offering to the Holy Mother. The Dance of Devotion has the power to summon forth souls from the Twilight Realm. In Khura'Inism, we believe the soul is carried by the discoveries of wisdom for a fatal transport. Hold it! Slow down. I can't remember all that at once. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little overexcited. I know the feeling, it's okay. Anyway, the main thing I got from all that is that you really, really love your country. Well, that's sure true. Like this kid. He pours his heart into everything he does. Please don't be the murder victim. No, I think we already saw it with someone else. Let's see. I guess I just explained about half of what I usually explain. So I'll give you a special discount and only charge you 10 damas for the tour fee. Thank you for your patronage. I guess he pours his heart into aggressive salesmanship, too. Come to think of it, Miss Maya told me she could tell I love my country, too. We studied here for about an hour while I told her all about the Holy Mother. Oh, no. Really? An hour? Hoped I counted as patience training. I hope she didn't charge her for an hour. And she seemed really interested, too. She listened to my whole speech. Huh. Doesn't sound like the Maya I know. Golly gosh, Hecate, please say there ain't imposters about. Miss Maya is so kind and nice. On that we agree. She treats me really well, like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me. I heard you the first time when you said she treats you like a little brother. This is Maya Fey you're talking about, right? Maybe she's grown up since I last saw her. I don't ever discount the possibility of imposters just running right and left. I mean, with the talk of Don Tigre. Oh no! What's the matter? Is it that time already? We have to hurry to the temple right away! But first, let me give you the lyrics card for the song and ceremony I told you about. Oh, Hecklesbury. That's been translated from Japanese, alright. Anyone else feel a bit of apologist coming on? There's an English translation of the lyrics there too, so give it a read, okay? Let's go! But why the big rush? If we don't hurry, we'll miss the beginning of her benevolence's dance of devotion! Her benevolence? Is that Maya? Or someone else? Probably the person we saw in the opening. Oh boy, they're gonna do like even more hand-animated cutscenes in this? From the previous game? This game, the series just get more high profile as it goes on. He's just still wearing a suit. I sort of assumed he would be, but it's so surprising. There better be a camera in the back of this room somewhere so I can find out if any of her vestments disappear or if something in the fire goes out in the background or something in the middle of this performance. Is that security? Ruh-roh. I don't like the way this is shaping up.
I'll be Ur'Gaid. You're under arrest for treason.
Oh, he's... no! What? I knew something was up when Phoenix said I liked this kid. Couldn't you have waited till the dance was over? April 24th, 10:10 a.m. I only just noticed this is supposed to be like the courtroom. High Court of Khura'In, accused lobby. Let me in! Why won't you let me in? Because you're a foreigner. What business could you have with this court? I told you, my friend is on trial in there! The police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday and arrested Albie on suspicion of treason. I was worried about Albie, so I just had to come see his trial. The trial isn't a tourist attraction, so clear off! If you want a picture for your scrapbook, take one of me and get out of here. Look, you've got it all wrong. Just great. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Tell him I'm a lawyer. Yeah, that's the thing. I've got the badge. Oh, they probably won't recognize it here. Yes, I'm a foreigner, but I'm not your average foreigner. What? I'm actually a lawyer. Back at home, anyway. What? A lawyer? I can't... That's not possible. What's he so shocked about? Oh, whatever. Now's my chance. Because are we going to find out that lawyers and spirit mediums teaming up has been like an ancient tradition in this place since time immemorial? Nothing wrong with a lawyer entering the courtroom, right? Wait, get back here, you! I mean, Phoenix is gutsy, but they had guns, man. So this is Khura'In's courtroom. Look at all the 3D animations in this game. Oh, no. Wait, isn't that her benevolence? What's she doing here in court? Is she going to be our prosecutor for this game? And who's going to be our detective for this game? Is all of it going to take place in this place? Oh my golly.
The divination seance has been performed. I will now hand down my verdict against the accused. Guilty.
Let's hope they don't have the death penalty in Khura'In land. What? Verdict already? But the trial only just started. There's no defense.
Guilty? There's gotta be some kind of mistake. Please take another look!
Don't think so. Seances performed by Princess Rayfa are infallible. They only show the truth.
Oh no. Princess Rayfa?
What right do you have to question her abilities?
But I didn't.
Isn't it ironic that you, a devout adherent of Khura'Inism, would dare doubt her insight? Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know.
But I didn't do it! Your benevolence, allow me to explain, I beg of you!
Be silent, impudent whelp. There is no merit to be had in indulging the ramblings born of a criminal's unclean soul.
But...
What in the world is going on here? The judge made his ruling based on something called a divination seance? What is Holby's attorney doing? There ain't one. Wait a minute. Where is Holby's attorney?
Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong!
Foolish child. Doubting the divination seance is tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Your Majesty, as royal priestess, and in the name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul.
As you command, so shall it be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant us her divine favor. Your Diara... Your what? Her Diara Khura'In.
You're dying for Khura'In? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Objection! What?
Phoenix, defender of those with no one on their side. Ain't gonna let this go without a fight. You might get shot, Phoenix, but I like the gumption. Wait just one moment.
You're...
In my big mouth. Now what?
Mr. Wright! What are you doing here, sir?
Well, I'm in it now, so I have to do this right. Your Honor, it's too soon to give your verdict. The trial has only been underway for a few minutes.
Excuse me? Who on earth are you?
I'm, an ordinary tourist, Your Honor, just passing through.
A tourist, are you? Happy.
But more importantly, where's this boy's defense attorney?
Defense? Attorney? Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney.
Wait, what?
Of course you wouldn't be aware, being a foreigner and all, but we have no need for defense attorneys here in the Kingdom of Khura'In. We leave it all up to her benevolence's sacred power of spirit communion. Her divination seances determine all.
What? But surely you see how unfair that is. What kind of insane court system are they running here? You would dare mock me, you barb-headed buffoon. If you value your life, you will leave post-haste. Or shall I summon the bailiff? With another seance. The bailiff is that big scary dude with the big scary gun, isn't he? I'm sure he'd be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir of your travels. At the cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt.
Now hold on! Mr. Wright has nothing to do with any of this!
Albie!
I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright, but never mind about me. You just go ahead and go see Miss Maya.
What?
Forget about me! You have to go now! I'm sure you can find another guide. There were lots more places I wanted to show you, but it looks like I won't get a chance now. I'm sorry.
Poor kid. He's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What can I do? What should I do? Defend! Come on! I can't just let a verdict be handed down with nobody standing in Albie's corner. If Albie doesn't have a defense attorney, I'll do it. I'll defend him! Much as I would love to see Maya right about now.
Defend him? You can't be serious.
Did you hear that? Is he out of his mind? Heaven forbid.
Defend me? Mr. Wright, what are you saying? You can't do that!
I most certainly can. Don't worry, I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you?
Mr. Wright.
You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further.
It's like defending somebody is easier said than done in this country. But you're absolutely right, Maya would kill us if we let Albie die for this. I'm just guessing Urdihara? Khura'In means kill them?
Bailiff, throw this man out!
Hold it. Your Majesty, if you please.
You have something to say, Mr. Payne?
He's hoping he'll get some clout for beating me, is that it? Because he normally doesn't have to do any work.
Why not allow it, Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? It could prove very interesting. Right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
He recognized us. Right. Mr. Whoever you are.
Prosecutor, are you acquainted with this traveler?
That's a chief prosecutor, Your Majesty. And yes, I am acquainted with him. He's the defense attorney from my native land. I've had dealings with...
Oh, did he run away? It's the same dude. He just ran away because we beat him so many times. Oh, no.
I've had dealings with him in this courtroom before. Well, the courtroom.
Heavens to Betsy. What? Mr. Wright, you're a defense attorney?
That's like a big deal around here, is it? Oh, my. Everyone's looked at us weird and started sweating whenever we said that.
A defense attorney? Well, this is a shock.
You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience. I guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here.
Your Majesty, would you kindly allow us to proceed in the manner of my old country?
Oh, thank God, that's much easier for me.
But, Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case.
Oh my God. This pattern on the wall here with all like the right angles in it. I recently played through Tunic with my family, and if you've played Tunic, you'll know why this is freaking me out.
Call it nostalgia if you will, but I am most eager to give it a try.
But I have a previous engagement, you see, a class together with the missus.
Your Majesty, I agree we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom.
A score? As in 20 years? What's the deal with this country?
Mr. Payne, I want that barbed head brought to me on a stick.
As you wish, Your Benevolence. I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself.
Sorry, I'm not from here. Are you speaking rhetorically, or do I actually get beheaded if I lose the trial?
Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what you and her benevolence want, I will acquiesce. As for the defense, I hope you're prepared for every eventuality.
Every eventuality? What is he talking about?
There. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Payne. I'm sorry for not remembering you earlier.
That's a Chief Prosecutor, or the Incredible Payne as I'm also known in this country. And you'll see soon enough just why that is, when you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law.
Why is he so strangely confident? And not only that, but what's with the gallery?
Just you watch. The defense attorney will try and twist the truth. You can bet on it.
Get him, Chief Prosecutor! Crush that defense devil!
This is way more lawyer hate than even back home. Damn, but they sure hushed up when the judge hit the gavel. I wish it was that way in back home in Japan-California.
Now, if you would please give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne.
Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with...
Oh, listen to the music! New music we get too! Ah, it's an exciting day! It's a good day, my friends!
The accused is charged with 2 crimes, larceny and murder.
And he said treason earlier, so... larceny and murder with the victim being someone really high status, I guess.
Yesterday, the Founder's Orb was stolen from the treasure room of Temple. In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. The dead body of Mr. Patrol? As in rolling a pot? Is that going to be relevant later? I'm not sure. Oh, patrol, sorry. No, I got it. Of Mr. Patrol, Temple security guard, and the empty treasure box that housed the orb, which Mr. Roll was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure.
To kill a guard armed with a gun? What a terrifyingly bold act.
I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and crime photo.
Roll's autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death is around noon. His head shows signs of being hit with a blunt object. Crime photo added to the court record. At Temple's treasure room, the body was discovered at the base of the stairs to the altar.
It's been a long time since we have evidence presented in court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
We may rely on the power of the seances, but our police still carry out investigations. So this how long? So it's been 20 years? That's a little disturbing. It's been 20 years since they stopped using attorneys and started just deciding it all by seance. I didn't think it was possible, but it's even more stacked against wrongful arrest victims than back home.
The semi-proof I provide is indisputable.
Oh, really? Well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I can check the evidence out myself by looking in the court record. Oh, E. Okay, it's here, finally. Good! I'd like to, please. Okay, so the people involved in the case. I'll be your guide. He's 9! The defendant, this industrious young man, is both a monk in training and a Khura'Inese tour guide. Gasp in pain. Prosecutor from back home, though what he's doing here as Khura'In's chief prosecutor is beyond me. And Patrol, the victim in this case, he is, he guarded the treasure room, he guarded the treasure room treasure and was killed by the thief who stole it, allegedly. Attorney's badge, my all-important badge, and proof of my profession. Song of ceremony, the song about the founder's orb sung during the dance of devotion includes an English translation. When dragon and tiger battle, the founder offers, divine protection. When the butterfly embraces the mitama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. I don't actually know what mitama is the definition is. I hope I'm not going to find a spoiler when I look it up. I imagine it is a word that exists. And it's not made up for this game. The Japanese word mitama refers to the spirit of a kami or a soul of a dead person. It's composed of, okay, so it's like it's a thing, but there's no good English translation, I guess, is the idea. Out of that, I looked at something completely unrelated. Poor English localization team. They're doing their best. Rolls autopsy report. Time of death is around noon. History shows signs of being hit with a blunt object. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. I wouldn't have said that was around noon exactly. Around noon to me says 11:45 to 12:15, so I'm glad I looked at that. Cause of death, cerebral contusion from head injury. This is a very short autopsy report. And a crime photo, let's just see if I see anything fussy around here. Okay, so that certainly looks like the altar where this orb thing was stolen. Sorry, what did they say? The founder's orb. And obviously it's pertinent that there's blood on the little altar casing here. There's a scroll beside him that is not in blood, and there's blood all over his head and his hand. In such a way that is weird that it could get all over his hand. I guess maybe, how would you get blood on the back of your hand so vigorously like that? Okay, this is a lot weird already we're seeing, which gives me a great deal of comfort. We'll see just how thorough you and your police were, Mr. Payne.
Such a deplorable crime.
The eyebrows on this man are absolutely outstanding. And the beard, too.
The audacity of stealing the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother. It's a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation.
Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown.
Is this treasure really such a valuable object?
How can you even ask such a thing? Of course it is.
Because I'm a foreigner. That's been established like 6 times in this one conversation.
Why, sealed within this treasure is the very soul, the mitama, of our Holy Mother.
Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Her soul is sealed within the treasure? I think I'll take that with a grain of salt. Will you, though? Because, like, you know that this is a world where people can actually commune with the dead and transform and stuff.
You don't believe it, do you?
Oh, of course I believe it. Something tells me I'd better play along. Yeah, it's all the rifles pointed in your direction.
This kind of irreverence is exactly why I dislike defense attorneys so much.
Your Honor, your Majesty?
What is it now?
This treasure. I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Could I see a photo of it or something?
Of all the outlandish requests, the defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale.
No photography allowed, I guess. He's been getting awfully angry with me. And are those veins popping out of his forehead?
It's forbidden for anyone outside of the royal family to view the treasure itself.
So how do you know it was stolen?
They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power would be blinded instantly. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright.
I guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home, too.
For the benefit of the shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. It includes photos taken about 8 years ago when the treasure was unearthed.
8 years ago, you say?
These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence.
And then I guess we've got some other photos that are less public.
What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room about once a year for a special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace.
I gotta say, I'm so nervous that there's an autoplay button on screen. I want it, like, off there so that I don't ever accidentally misclick it.
Therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people.
Is that so? Treasure box forced open and its contents stolen. The average person can only see it in this newspaper article.
I heard there's been a string of historic artifacts from the temple.
Mask to mask, back at it again. Oh, okay. These patterns are very clearly defined, so I bet we want to be looking at them. And there's a butterfly, as was mentioned in the lyrics. Oh, okay, this is interesting. I guess it's hard to tell just which sides we're looking at here, but this one has 2 butterflies adjacent. But over here we've got this more mural-esque butterfly, and then a flower pattern here. And then here, another flower pattern. Does that make sense? Is this a hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Sure. No, that makes sense. This is from all angles, I guess. So there's a flower here, the lock here, one of the butterflies here. So I guess that's this one, and then the other butterfly, and then I guess around the next side is then the butterfly mural, and then the flower. So on the left side of this lock, there's also a flower. Okay. And how does that match up with the photograph we see here? Oh. That doesn't look right at all, does it? Because to the left of the lock, unless the lock is like turns, we see flower, flower. But if this is a hexagon, there should be no place that there is flower, flower, right? I mean, I guess this is a flower underneath this lock, but, oh, does the lock like shift to the left when you open it? Something seems weird about the patterns on the side of the thing, anyways, all I'm getting at.
Right, Your Majesty. Inexcusable thievery of precious national treasures for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused.
This kid?
So he used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure. Is that it?
The accused's family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his ascetic training.
It's ascetic, right? Not ascetic? I'm pretty sure it would be ascetic.
Thank you for giving an excellent outline of this case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume.
What? No, I do have questions.
Even more? But you just asked a bunch. We'll make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes.
What? He's still planning on going to that thing? There's so a lot I don't know about the case. I should ask now while I have the chance. Let's see. What else do I need to know more about? The crime scene, the weapon, the motive. All of that, please? But the weapon is what sticks out to my mind foremost. Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon?
The murder weapon was the treasure box itself.
That somewhat tracks with the amount of blood we saw on it. Although it seems like, yeah, well, I guess, no, your head wounds bleed a lot. So if the initial strike only got this much blood on it, and then it bled a whole bunch after it on his hand or whatever, fair enough. Although it still doesn't answer how the blood got on the back of your man's hand.
The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large blood stain on it. How
utterly reprehensible, using the sacred treasure box for murder!
How utterly reprehensible murdering. I think maybe we can leave it at that.
The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed the altar stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it. But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After walloping Mr. Roll in the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside.
Treasure box updated in the court record. The murder weapon off limits to public. The photos in the paper are the only ones of it in existence. Ah. Its contents were stolen. Oh, so perhaps that could explain why there is an apparent discrepancy on the tiles here, because perhaps someone else made a replica of it or something, and the real one's still missing. Yeah, no, the lock can't shift to the side because it's locked in place on the upper rung here. So this is wrong. This is not what, or at least it's been modified since. Yeah, it's like bolted to the thing here, so the lock doesn't shift to the side. So this thing has been modified since it was last photographed. But then. No, you can still see the flower underneath it there. Sorry, I thought I was seeing the blue parts here where I was seeing the floor, but no, that's part of the lock. So this one goes flower, 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 whereas this one we're pretty sure goes flower, flower, butterfly, mural. But the defendant's just a little boy. I hardly think he would be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head, especially if he was a patrol. He surely had a gun. So many of you seem to like that around here.
A very good point, Mr. Wright, but I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. The accused's elevated position would more than make up for the difference in stature.
Yeah, but not, combat training or whatever. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. Your title is obviously well earned.
Posing like a prize puppy.
Well, the accused guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there's anything else, I am ready to announce my verdict. Very well. In that case, I find the accused...
just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think you're rushing the verdict just a little bit?
I told you. I have plans to... Ah! I'm late. It's already started. How did the time fly by so fast?
He's still stuck on that. We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. There hasn't been a cross-examination, any witnesses. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant. Huh? Did I say something funny?
Cross-examine the... What do you mean by that?
What? What do you mean, what do I mean?
I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall.
And little wonder, a so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years. Should I even be surprised anymore? Anyway, I demand we let the defendant, or the accused, tell his side of the story.
Is that really necessary?
Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty! What harm can it do? I say we'll allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Though I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say. Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Painness.
Very well. As long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway.
I do feel bad about that, but I mean...
It's not my fault you're doing your job wrong.
In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand.
Oh, but before we do, I better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections?
Go for it, Your Majesty. Yeah, well, I think we can at least allow that. Gives poor Albie here some time to think about what he's going to say. Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would.
I'll be your guide. I've been training to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too.
Why me? Now, where were we?
Cross-examining the defendant, Your Majesty.
Right, let's do that then. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add.
Sounds a little dispirited. His wife must have given him a piece of her mind.
Well, the defense had better get to it. And make it quick if you please.
The defense? Mr. Wright, I didn't know you were a lawyer.
Well, I am, and I'm here to defend you, Albie. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth, and you'll be all right.
You tricked me!
What?
If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Give back that Megaton man I gave you yesterday.
Albie, what's gotten into you?
Don't talk to me! You disgust me!
Now even Albie's against me? But why?
This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright, being loathed by a client.
No, I'm used to that one. Actually, it's a bit refreshing. Because at least it tells me that he'll tell some obvious lie just to spite me, and then I can counter it and get some confidence in the gallery and the judge.
Now that accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurred around noon, during the break between the morning and afternoon dances of devotion.
What? You mean the one he attended in the morning?
I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time.
All right. I have a feeling he's gonna lie just to spite us if he really hates demonstrators that much.
Witness testimony. That was so cool. The accused's account.
Oh man, new testimony theme as well. Oh, I'm already loving this one.
I didn't kill Mr. Rowan. I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen the treasure box with the green Khura'Inese butterfly on it. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route.
Were you well acquainted with the victim?
Yes. He used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Mr. Roll was a monk in training when he was a kid too, you know.
I bet Albie looked up to him.
But he had to give that up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why he became a guard. But at least that way he could still stay on at the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. The victim's presents apparently both apparent presents? No. The victim's parents had apparently both died relatively young, so Mr. Roll had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him.
Sounds like his circumstances and Albie's were very similar.
Mr. Roll encouraged me to never give up. Albie, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say. He was always cheering me on in my training and in my tour guide business, too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that?
Yes, I see. You expressed yourself well. The defense, now that you've heard the accused's account, are you finally satisfied? If so, let's draw this to an expeditious conclusion.
But, Your Majesty, I haven't even cross-examined the defendant yet.
That wasn't the end of it? Oh, it's been so long I don't rightly recall what this cross-examining thing is about.
Judge who doesn't know what cross-examination is. What fresh hell is this?
I really do wish I could remember how it works.
Should I give the judge a refresher on cross-examination? Not necessary. That's for us, I'm pretty sure. I better save my breath. The judge doesn't exactly seem like a model student. He'll just have to watch and see how it's done.
Cross-examination. Oh, it even does the faces close again like the DS versions of the original trilogy do. That's so dope. The accused account. All right. Oh man, my health is represented with little spirit balls here as well. That's so cool. I didn't kill Mr. Roll and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere in the treasure room. Never seen the treasure box with the green grenades butterfly on it. That seems like obviously the most important thing. Granted, we don't actually, we can't actually be certain that the butterfly is green because these photos are in black and white and the photo we have that's in color doesn't show them. It seems likely to be in green because the rest of it is, but let's just see what Phoenix thinks about it by the end. I'm sure he'll just say, that butterfly thing seemed funny, but what do you think of Phoenix? I certainly don't think Albie committed murder, however.
Don't talk to me! You disgust me!
Oh, that's cool. The flashbacks are in sepia tone now. I know, burst earlier. It makes me wonder if he'd willingly tell me the truth. Better compare his statements in the court record carefully. If finding inconsistency, I can present some evidence and maybe get him to open up. Right? Okay, so I'm either supposed to present the photograph of the murder scene here or the treasure box. Thing is, this one does not show that it's green, and this one does not show the butterfly at all. And it's possible that what he means here is I've never seen the treasure box in person, because apparently, you know, we've all seen it now that this newspaper's been admitted to evidence, I guess. Well, maybe not necessarily, but it makes it seem like they're trying to get me to put this one here. I shouldn't overthink it. I'm probably just supposed to present this. Objection! For having presented evidence during your first cross-examination, I got an achievement for that. Oh, Albie, why would you lie to me? Because he doesn't like you. So you say you've never lied to eyes in the treasure box. Is that right?
That's right. It's forbidden, so I never do that.
In that case, how did you know there was a green butterfly on it?
Huh? Because I saw a picture of it in that newspaper article.
Nope. Take another look. These photos are in black and white. You can possibly tell what color the butterfly is from these pictures. Hold on. His bag. Did it just move? Polkonka? I beg your pardon?
Polkonka is a word in Khura'Inese that people use when they're surprised.
You just exposed a lie! So this is the power of a cross-examination, is it? Oh, I thought you were surprised by the bag moving as well. I should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding. But just a moment, if the accused was lying, then that just makes him more suspicious than ever! And this just makes things worse for me than ever. Albie, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth. Darn. I just can't seem to get him to open up to me. Is the orb he stole from the thing secretly like, or you know, that he allegedly stole? Is it like actually it was an egg or something and it's hatched and now whatever it hatched into is crawling around in his bag?
So accused, you have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Oh well, maybe I did take a peek one time, a long time ago, when I was cleaning the treasure room.
But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right?
Of course I wasn't. Objection! That is a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof.
He does?
This was found on the floor of the treasure room. It's a scroll entitled Notice and contains a list of temple monk duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident.
And what exactly is that supposed to prove? Well, let him open it first, Phoenix.
The accused fingerprints were found on the scroll.
What?! But that scroll could have come from wherever.
Oh no! Where is it? It's not here! I must have dropped it somewhere. Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim.
Notice added to the court record. A notice from the day of the incident, the defendant's fingerprints were found on it. And what are these duties? No. That means, well, at least it's implied it was here, unless someone pickpocketed him. April 23rd. What day is it now? That is when the murder happened. Is that? No, it was the 24th. That was the day we were there. So it was murdered the day before, or wait, no. Was the time of death was he murdered on the same day that we were watching the dance in the morning? Because apparently this happened in between those two, but they arrested him during the morning dance, didn't they? Or was that the afternoon? Actually, that makes more sense. That's probably why I'm confused. I forgot what time it was. No, yeah, it was like 4 p.m., wasn't it? Never mind. Sorry. Due to the growing number of thefts around the temple, we'll be tightening security throughout. Therefore, all of the hallway shutters will remain shut for today's dance of devotion. Oh. Albie was there on the day of the incident.
So this is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talks, the guiltier he paints himself.
Yes, it would seem so, Your Majesty.
He predicted my argument and had evidence ready to refute it.
How was any of that supposed to help the accused?
See? I told you can't trust lawyers and their lies. I didn't lie. Her benevolence already said the kid's guilty. Just declare him guilty and get it over with.
No, everything's going all wrong. Shadow, what do I do?
As I suspected, this cross-examination session has served no purpose whatsoever.
Untrue, we got many more new bits of information.
No, you're wrong. But harmless we are with her benevolence's inside, there's no reason to doubt his guilt.
Then I guess I'll just have to poke holes in this inside of hers.
By the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will now finally announce my verdict.
Wait just one moment, Your Majesty. I haven't seen this divination seance for myself yet. As the defense, I have the right to check it.
Is that really necessary? I have to get home and apologize to my wife.
I guess you really did give him the business.
Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. Wright see the seance.
You do? And why is that, Mr. Payne?
Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the seance, and then watch him tearfully beg for mercy?
Well now.
I'm sure to make up for not getting to go to that class with your wife.
It certainly does sound worth seeing. And it'd give me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus.
I've been reduced to a juicy tidbit.
Well, for interloper, I imagine you do have to see it for yourself to be convinced. It's certainly unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. But then, right after the tearful begging, I really do have to be going.
The only tearful begging is going to come from the prosecution when we're through.
How pitiful!
I wouldn't really like that either, Phoenix. He's annoying enough when he's smug.
How pitiful the defense looks, still scrambling desperately for a foothold.
Plus, it doesn't really make me happy to win with the opponent in tears.
Well, he's fully unaware that defeat and despair are all that await him.
Oh boy. Oh! You're gonna be our witness, are you? That seems like an excellent place to start next episode off, because I'm afraid that's all of the time we have for part 1 of Ace Attorney's Spirit of Justice! But you can bet I'm thrilled to carry on here, and oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. I can tell you, whatever I did expect, it wasn't to show up in a foreign land and be defending someone in an entire different court system at the beginning of this game. But diggity dang, am I ever thrilled to carry on here. I wonder, has Rafa been added to this thing? Oh, she sure has. Age 14, Rafa Padma Khura'In, a Khura'inist priestess and princess of Khura'In. She has the powers of a spirit medium. She has the powers of a spirit medium. Oh, well, but isn't one because she's a princess, I guess. Next video on the channel is going to be some more 5-3 Houses Are Verdant Assassins Only run in. Next time here, it'll be back into this court case. Hopefully we can, well, usually the first case takes us, what, 2 or 3 episodes? They're about like an hour and a half long, or 45 minutes. Well, it's a little longer when I'm reading it aloud, I guess. Oh, so glad to be back in this universe, and so glad to be back with these characters, and so glad to be back with this gameplay, man! I'm all in with this game right now. I can't wait. Can't friggin' wait. Thank you so very much for coming around to this episode of Ace Attorney's Spirit of Justice. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace!
Since then, Lady Rhea has been
Sounds like she's a bit more of an inspiration, mate.